Salutations to all you Dota 2 fans out there, and we here have for you today a really exciting game of Dota 2. Yes, folks, it's the CYAC LAN Finals. And there we have with us on the Radiant team, nothing really matters cause it doesn't, and traditional Chinese farmers on the dire. My name is Vivek, I'm a shoutcaster for this day, and we are at Lord Not Productions as well as Rapture Gaming Network are bringing to you this game live. With me is my co-caster. Hi Gautam, what's up?
Hey Vivek, thank you so much for having me here. It's really good to be a part of this alongside with you, and I'm looking forward to an awesome game here between an Indian team and the traditional Chinese farmer, which actually is a Singapore team, and nothing really
Okay.
matters is the Indian team. They've made it to the finals of this knockout series by CYAC. So I'm excited, and bans are coming in. So Vivek, take it from here.
Okay, so right away, let's just. I mean, it's an Indian tournament. There are a few Southeast Asian teams. There happens to be a Singapore team, and it's going to be really interesting how both teams draft very differently. First ban when the way of traditional Chinese farmers. Sorry, when the way of nothing really matters, and they get first pick as well. I will be guessing that Magnus is an hero that's always pick worthy. Reverse polarity, such big AOE, and one reverse polarity can just turn the game all around. So traditional Chinese farmers really taking the time with the second ban. They're thinking whether can we let Magnus in through the pool or can we let Nyx Assassin through the pool. They choose to ban out Undying. I can't make complete sense of this. I have no idea where they're going with this. Nothing really matters. Now has the first pick. They themselves are taking their own sweet time. I'm guessing, and if I had to say, okay, that was going to be what I would say. Magnus gets picked up straight off, and Shadow Demon. Good picks coming out from traditional Chinese farmers. Empower, one skill that can beef up any support late game, or rather any carry late game. And Shadow Demon, a support that's always a pain to deal with. Nothing really matters. Meanwhile, pick up a Rubik, hoping to counter that Magnus with some nice spell steal. It's going to be interesting to see if this works.
Yeah, this is quite interesting. Even after the Knicks nerf, he's still doing pretty well in the game. And on the other hand, Shadow Demon and Magnus, I think they're going to be a pretty good game coming up right here. And more picks waiting from Nothing Really Matters. And they're taking their time, man. It's their turn.
They've picked up the two supports. They will be looking to pick up their heroes that goes mid as well as the carry. They're taking the time on the carry. They know that Nax is in the pool. They know that Phantom Lancer is in the pool as well. I don't think they like Phantom Lancer because they banned out the KOTL, so they don't have to deal with that Phantom Lancer. Nax is a worthy option, and Nax and Nyx Assassin do team up really well together. You know, you just go infest inside that spidery little thingy, and there they do pick up the Life Stealer. I was right.
There we go. Perfect guess there. Life Stealer, Knicks. Perfect combination.
So Life Stealer coming into the pool, and traditional Chinese farmers, they will be.
Quite interesting, interesting here. We have minor issue here. Vivek seemed to have disconnected. Not an issue. We can get him online any second now. So let's wait till then and see what traditional farmers have to offer in their third pick here. They are looking for an important pick. So, and they're really taking their time. So Vivek, are you back?
Yes, I am back. Sorry, folks, we're doing this for the first time. We are having technical issues, and damn it, I just said Lone Druid, and my Skype had to disconnect at that time. I really said Lone Druid.
We'll believe you, Vivek. We'll believe you. It's Lone Druid. It is.
You better believe me. I completely said that, and Lone Druid gets picked up. Bear does go really well. You can empower the bear, and he already does 6 damage to towers. He also can do a lot of damage late game. If traditional China farmers, not Chinese, China farmers, I guess they farm China or what, I don't know what that name is. But if traditional China farmers are thinking right, they can pick up a Bane Elemental to deal with the Lifestealer. It's not so much of a guarantee, but I don't think a Bane Elemental is the best support that goes with a Shadow Demon. Leshrac is a much better option, and so is Lina. So if I was Nothing Really Matters, I would ban Leshrac. Damn it, I'm just 2 seconds late all the time. Okay, I'm really 2 seconds late, just believe me on that, folks. Anyways, traditional China farmers ban out the QOP. They want mid to be a lane that's easy for Magnus. They will be looking to ban out more such heroes in the form of Invoker. I don't think Invoker is such a pain for Magnus. They will be looking to ban out the Puck and more such heroes. Nothing really matters. Have a ban on their hands right now. They should. Okay, they banned out what Shadow Demon can go really well with. That's the Leshrac. So let's think about it now. Chen is a worthy ban. The jungle
10
is a pain to
seconds
deal with,
remaining.
and Chen does coordinate really well with Shadow Demon and
5
Disruption,
seconds.
but I'm
5
not going to
seconds
see a Chen
remaining.
ban. Rexar is another ban-worthy hero
Reserve time.
because why? Why is Rexar a ban-worthy hero, Gautam? I'm not hearing you at all.
Now I'm just actually just working on some backend stuff. I think your audio is coming in bit low, so just working on that. So sorry about
Okay,
my opinion might not just fit in there perfectly. Just give me a second.
okay,
Let's get
cool,
everything right.
cool. Do you want me to scream at everyone?
No, no, just keep going, keep going, keep going. Let me just.
Okay, fine. So they ban out the anti-mage.
Dire team banned.
There's possibly some research that's been done here. Also, Anti-Mage
Radiant
is a hero
team
that
banned.
can do a lot of damage to that Rubik and that Nyx. They ban out more push
Dire
in the form
team
of a
banned.
Juggernaut. That was a really, really smart ban in my opinion. Because traditional China farmers banned out Tinker because they don't want to deal with the anti-push of a March of the Machines. So nothing really matters saw that and they
Radiant
immediately
team
removed of the
banned.
Juggernaut because the healing ward is just such a potent pushing he item hero skill whatever and that can really come down to a lot and lastly they choose to ban out a templar assassin so that's three mid heroes being banned out by traditional china farmers they want magnus to win mid lane completely it's nothing really matters turn to pick up their hero they have not yet decided on
10
what they'll be
seconds
running mid
remaining.
my guess is as good as your folks because
5
I
seconds
am at a
remaining.
loss myself. Where do they go with this draft? They've got that trial in pretty
Reserve
much
time.
in the form of Rubik, Lifestealer, and Nyx, unless they run the Nyx
I
mid.
speak for the
Okay, so they
trees.
pick up a Nature's Prophet, a hero we haven't seen in a long time, and that's just more Nax
Radiant
bombing
team
all across the
banned.
map. Nature's Prophet just TPs right in the middle of four heroes, and that Infest burst, 400 damage, bang, your Shadow Demon's already running for his life. Plus, he just rages and he beats them up. Anyways, so there is a puck. Puck is going to be going mid for them. And lastly, a Wisp getting picked up. I have not seen this in a while. Everybody, including Navi's very own puppy, keeps saying how Wisp is such a pain to deal with. Wisp is such a pain to deal with. And you know, most teams just forget all about Wisp. But now we are seeing a Wisp pickup. So it's going to be Lone Druid in the offlane for TCF with a tri-lane of Chaos Knight, Wisp and Shadow Demon and the mid lane will possibly be Magnus. So far the laning looks good for them. On the side of nothing really matters, I don't know if this is going to be an offlane Furion or is he just going to jump right into the jungle. It's going to be worth watching for because he can go into the offlane, but it's going to be really tricky. He's not going to win much,
10
and
seconds
Wisp and
remaining.
CK are surely going to burn him down in no time at all.
5 seconds
So it's going
remaining.
to be Puck mid and a tri-lane of these three. That's Snakes, Rubik, and Nax, or Lifestealer as we all call him now. So I guess the Furion can go right into the jungle straight away and start the game. And speaking of starting the game, things start off with a pause for us folks. Just killing everybody's momentum for a minute. Anyways, I'll take this time to just run through quickly both teams on the Radiant. We have Nazi X on the Rubik and Bear goes raw on the Nyx assassin and bears do go raw, they don't go anything else. The real Batusa, I don't know what that is on the puck. Incense X going on the Nature's Prophet, Unique X going onto his Lifestealer. On the Dire we have TCF Jappels going onto the Chaos Knight, TCF Skippy going onto the Lone Druid, TCF Has going onto the Wisp, TCF Katsudam going out on the Magnus, and TCF YOLO style yet to pick his hero will be going mostly for that Shadow Demon. So straight away let's see if any of them have bought any of their items. Not yet, nothing to be bought, nothing to be analyzing for me as of yet. Shout out to AFK Gaming Cloud out there, and apparently he's one of the finest dicks around. Okay, so some really sexual talk going on here and there. Anyways, back into the game. Are you there, Gautam?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Everything is working just fine. We had a minor setback of the audio, but that's fine. Everything is good to go. We have a
Okay.
bunch of viewers here. We have 15 people watching this right now, so I'm really excited to have this go live, and I'm excited to see actually Nyx, Nax, and Puck and actually Nature's Prophet working together, and I'm looking forward to an amazing game.
Yes, it is an amazing game. It is a best of three series, if I'm not mistaken. This is, folks, the CYAC finals, the online finals between Team TCF, that is Traditional China Farmers, and Team NR. No, they're not Team NRM. They are Asterix X, or I don't even know what that is. They're really testing my punctuation. Can you guess what that is, Gautam?
And actually, if you check online in the bracket, it says raised to the power x. So
Okay.
I thought it was raised to the power x. They said rise to the power of the x. So it's a little confusing. I have not seen any of these games of this team before. So you know what? Let's just go freestyle this. It's raised to the power x, or let's just call them Team X.
Okay.
On nothing really matters was what NRM starts for. So we can always stick to nothing really matters as well. So
Okay.
more disconnects coming here. Now Lifestealer is gone, and still waiting for the Shadow Demon to return.
Okay. So it's going to, if I have to analyze this lineup to you, I would say that Team TCF has the better bet. They have a tri-core sort of lineup over the single core hero, and Team NRM or whatever X or whatever have a single core in the form of Nax. They're relying on that one carry farming up. The rest of them, well, Nature's Prophet to an extent does farm up and he can do a little bit of damage, but Team TCF
It's from
has,
Singapore, as far as I know, to
yeah.
answer that question. There you go. So yeah, go on. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so TCF has three heroes that go better into the late game, while Team slash X or whatever depends a lot on the snacks working out, and I don't know how this is going to turn. I mean, if I had to guess, my bet would be on TCF because they have better late game potential. They have good team fight AoE in the form of the Magnus. If for some reason his initiation in the form of the reverse polarity gets disabled, and there is a good chance that can happen because there is a Nyx assassin, he's just going to walk up and hit you in vendetta and focus you down, then things can go well in the favor of X, and it's going to boil down to a lot of how the start game battles decide. The start game really decides a lot for both teams, and I really don't know how Lone Druid is going to do on the offlane. Same here for Nature's Prophet. He's going to have a hard time if he's hitting the offlane. So I think it makes more sense for both these heroes just to head into the jungle because they've both got such strong tri-lanes in my opinion, so it's going to be a bit tricky for both teams. Meanwhile, the game is still paused, both of them have disconnected, and it's time for us to start trolling, Gautam. Get the trolls out.
Y-
Start trolling now, because we have nothing better to do.
So let's see. I'm gonna have a quick questions for you. Does
Okay.
reverse polarity go through BKB and the other items like the Nax Rage?
Good question. I don't think reverse polarity goes through Rage. It doesn't go through Rage.
Okay. Second.
That is a good mechanics question, and I'm going to quickly check out on Google what the answer is. No, I'm not going to do that. It doesn't go through Rage.
Okay. So the second question is Nature's Prophet Hand of Midas build basically, which is the most common thing that goes on. What are the time that as a normal player? Okay, and I'm not talking about pro level. I'm just talking about someone who's at my level and or slightly higher level with his MMRs and sitting around what 1400. I think it's considered good. And what is the time that you're looking at as far as Hand of Midas go, and at what time should you be thinking that forget Hand of Midas, now I might as well go for my next item because I'm late.
The ideal time to have your Midas by is 5 minutes, in my opinion. If you're not getting it within 5 minutes, chuck it. If it's going into 10-12 minutes in a pro game. So 6-7 minutes is the latest, in my opinion. If it's going beyond that, then in my opinion, it's not worth it. But some heroes do need a Midas just because it helps you get levels up. It helps you level up quicker, not levels up. It helps you level up quicker, and that is the main advantage of Hand of Midas, as well as the gold gain that you get from using it on creeps. I think Nax could consider going a Hand of Midas this game because he gets good farm if he's firing up on all cylinders, then it's good. He can go for a Midas, and it would be a good thing to see. But
Game is back. Game is back.
and the game is back, folks, and we are here. In case you missed it out, at Lord Not Productions and Rapture Gaming Network, bringing to you live the LAN finals. Not the LAN finals. Why do I say LAN finals? The finals of the CYAC tournament. We have on the Radiant Team X, raised to the power of X, or whatever you call them, versus Team TCF on the Dire, and straight away there's some pings going on the map. They're looking to possibly ward near the Radiant Ancients. That's what I'm guessing. Nax is heading in that direction. Not Nax, Rubik is heading in that direction along with the Nyx Assassin, and a lot of good support play. Straight away they've decided to buy a smoke and sentries. They will be looking to deward as soon as possible, get all the map vision that they can, while Wisp has gone for a bottle. A naked bottle on a Wisp. I don't know, is this going to be a mid-solo Wisp?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Wisp is
Okay,
gonna
so
have
they're
some trouble
laning
with
this
that.
differently. So they're laning this differently. If you check it out, it looks like Magnus and Shadow Demon are heading towards the top lane, while it's going to be a mid lane of Wisp and Chaos Knight,
This is
with Lone Druid sitting down in the off lane.
yeah, this is something
And he's
new.
already thrown his bear. Yeah, you were saying something.
I was saying this is something new to see in mid lane. Double heroes going and Magnus going top, which is fine. What do you think? How is these guys gonna hold up in the mid lane together? Wisp and
Okay.
Chaos Knight.
I really can't tell because okay, so Nature's Prophet, because you asked that question, I'm just going to reply to you. He's picked up a Glove of Haste and he looks to be going for that early Midas. Let's see when he gets up his Midas. Meanwhile, like you were saying, mid lane Chaos Knight versus Wisp.
The battle
If they're not
begins.
ganking, it's not going to work. It's going to be, I mean, it can work. It's unconventional, and I'm going to look at how this goes. Right away, they do scout out the haste rune near the rune spot out there. Both teams warding for the rune, and Wisp is going to pick up the rune on his bottle. The thing I cannot explain right now is why he's picked up a bottle. And okay, in the bot lane they have attacked the panda's little bear, and that cute little polar bear is going to die. 100 gold going the way of Rubik. Or is Nax going to get the hit? The bear is running for his life and Nax decides that he can't. But Nyx Assassin is not done. He is down, he is there, he is chasing the bear. And it looks like bear goes raw running onto another bear. No worries out there. And that was a lot of unintentional rhyming, folks. But meanwhile, in mid lane, we have Puck versus Chaos Knight and Wisp. The thing is, Puck should be able to do well in this lane. He's got phase shift. There is a very good delay on that stun of Chaos Knight, the Chaos Bolt, so he will be able to dodge it. He should be fine. He should have a good time out there on mid lane. He's just going to be a bit afraid. Meanwhile, Magnus is farming the top lane freely, and Shadow Demon is doing the good little stacking and pulling that all supports heroes are supposed to do. The bear has now left the bot lane. His bear has died. Sorry, Lone Druid's bear has died. He's going to resummon another bear now. And he's losing out on EXP here. Do you see this, Gautam? See, Furion has almost already turned level 2. And Lone Druid has not yet gained a single point of EXP. This is going to cost the Dire quite a bit.
Yeah, this Lone Druid is gonna have some trouble here now, walking into the lane, trying to get something done, and this is gonna be difficult for the team now. And what do you think now? Looking at the bot lane, top lane being empty, till what time are you thinking that these guys are gonna keep farming this top lane before they decide to, just push the tower and get rid of the whole thing?
Okay, that is another good question. A lot of teams do this very differently. They do see it early on that there's nobody there, so they can push quickly. They can push when they want. It's going to be a bit hard for Magnus and Shadow Demon to push. Right now, it looks like they don't want to push because Shadow Demon is just stacking the camps and seeing to it that the wave stays in their favor. So things will go hopefully good for them. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, there's an attempted gank. He cancels his animation beautifully. Wisp is there. There are the spirits, and the real Batusai falls down. Chaos Knight picks up the first blood. Good play coming out of there. They caught him unaware. Chaos Knight baited him out into his phase shift. He used his reality rift. He cast the animation a few times, fooled that Puck completely, and then caught him for good. The dual lane working out for the Dire finally, and things are hopefully looking a bit better for them. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, they have signaled a gank on the Lone Druid. Lone Druid pushes out of the lane, immediately falls back. He will go back to his farming, or he will look at stacking the ancients. What is he doing? Okay, he's headed out to the ancients. Is he going to stack them? Okay, he's just going to farm up the ancients. That's a decent move, but I don't know if his bear will be able to stand through all the ancient damage. Yeah, he's not going to be able to stand through all the ancient damage. He can summon another bear, but yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the Furion. He's not looking at a very fast Midas. I don't see his Midas come soon. It's not that he can make a lot of presence steeping around the map and gank either, because it's too early in the game. The dual lane at mid is working quite well, and right now there is some reaction from the Radiant. Puck is there. Chaos Knight gets impaled. There is a illusory orb as well, and now they're running in after the Wisp. Wisp gets silent. Furion was looking to TP. Is TPing there now. Wisp running for his life. A few normal hits from Furion. 1 hit, 2 hit, and Puck gets the kill. A good gank coming out from the Radiant. They came back from a 1-0 deficit, and they will be looking to push mid lane, I guess. Okay, straight away there's a sentry dropped at mid. I don't know what this sentry is for, and who dropped the sentry. Chaos Knight has... No, not Chaos Knight. It's either Rubik or...
No, it's a Radiant Science Sentry, and I don't see why they've put this down.
I don't see either. They were possibly looking for vision of this higher slope out here in case there is a dire ward preventing ganks from happening, because normally when you do a dual lane mid, it's so that your mid, whoever's sitting there at mid, gets all the farm that he can, and usually there is some defensive warding of that sort, but Team TCF didn't do that and they just baited out of a sentry out of the Radiant, and now Puck is heading into mid lane. He hasn't got his Dream Coil. He is almost bought into the midst of battle. He's just harassing the Chaos Knight. Wisp immediately teeters him. They finally pull Puck down. There is a stun, a 4-second stun. He does try tossing back the Chaos Knight, but Chaos Knight gets the kill. 2-all, and right now the game is pretty even, Steven. The only thing that's really going in favor of the Radiant right now is what Furion is doing. He is getting really good farm in the jungle, while Lone Druid is having a much harder time. If you look at levels, okay, now Nature's Prophet has fallen back in terms of levels. I'm just going to press W now to bring up the last hits and denies, and Magnus is sitting there at the top with 35 last hits and 13 denies. Nax closely in at second with only 26, while Chaos Knight is doing a much better job. Traditional China farmers are farming a lot better, to say the least, and there was a gank on in mid lane. It looks like there was once again a teeter and stun, and this Chaos Knight Wisp combination is completely owning the Radiant. They have no answer to this.
Doing a lot of damage here. Wisp, especially with the bottle early on, is able to make the best use of it, picking up all the runes that are across the map. So it's working out for them. It's working great, and this is something new that I get to learn here with these pro games. And let's see how this all works out now. And let's not forget about Magnus getting all the free farm top. And look at the last hits, 38 last hits compared to even Nax is right behind him. He is sitting at 34, Lifestealer I'm talking about, and they're choosing to keep farming this lane, not pushing it out much. The pulling by Shadow Demon doing a great job here, and has he stacked? I don't think he stacked the camp right there. So
I think he's... oh damn it, he tried stacking that camp, but it didn't happen. Okay, so my guess is that traditional China farmers are going to look to push. Okay, there is another gank in mid lane. This time Pucks hit the illusory orb, but they can stun. There is backup in the form of Rubik and Nax. Will Puck fall to that urn charge? She is popping a bottle. She is running really low on life. Furion TPs in. He is sprouted, but there is immediately a reverse polarity, and two heroes are really low. Magnus has the mana for another shockwave. Will he use it? Will he not? He should get Furion. He does get Furion. Elsewhere on the map, Puck manages to finish Wisp, and now they're moving on to... oh, there is the illusory orb, and there takes a fall. Now Magnus is being chased. Magnus does have mana for one more shockwave. He will use it if he wants. He does it. He gets Rubik and a triple kill. well. The total favor in this battle going towards Team TCF. They are doing a really good job. They have won the battle quite convincingly, and now Puck is running away for a dear little life. She does have a illusory orb. She gets skewered and she is slowed down, but there is an immediate impale. This battle is not ending, and Chaos Knight pulls in Puck. Puck takes a fall. It looks like Nyx Assassin isn't in a good position. There is the on charge, and Nyx Assassin takes a fall. The kill going the way of Wisp. And right now Rubik isn't done yet. He does try throwing back the Chaos Knight, but there isn't anything, there isn't any follow-up, and it looks like there is almost a quad lane going on at mid, with both teams just rushing up at each other and fighting non-stop. This is the kind of Dota I love, exciting non-stop Dota. And there was a question about pushing the top lane. It looks like they made a move. Shadow Demon has started beating down on the tower. It's already less than half HP, but this push will not do it for him.
That was non-stop action, and you know what, I thought Vivek, maybe you would not get a chance to breathe. Quite exciting going on. I
thought I was going to lose a lung over there.
Yeah, I think for 2 minutes straight we're looking at fight after fight after fight, and it's quite exciting to see this kind of action. I think this is the caster's dream come true here. This is just nerdgasms happening everywhere. And that was quite an experience, and I think this is going to go on for some time, and this is going to be quite an exciting.
Right now, it's not done. They're making a move on the bot lane, on the lone druid. He does try going into his bear form, he does try teleporting, but there is the impale from Nyx Assassin, and now Wisp has come in with Chaos Knight. They're finishing them off. They finish off the Rubik, and now they're moving onto the Nyx Assassin. The Nyx Assassin takes a fall. 2 kills going the way of that beautiful combo of the Chaos Knight and Wisp, but they're not done. Nax, who was infested in a creep, came out. There is the on charge from the Chaos Knight. This should be a kill. He doesn't need to proper drum charge. Quite a few kills, 3 kills for that one lone druid who was already not doing much, and the Wisp CK combo totally working out for the Dire. They didn't reveal this pick until the very end. They went for it at the end, and it's completely working out. Wisp is being played really well. It's been a long time since I saw a Wisp that was so good, and honestly I don't mind losing a lung to a Wisp like this.
You know what, now it all makes sense. The Wisp Chaos Knight combo, you know what, all this time I was like, what is all the hassle all about between these two? And this now is really showing me how OP this can get. And first hand experience right here, Wisp and CK doing a lot of damage. So I'm quite excited now, and I want to see what goes on. The top tower has finally gone down. And so there goes their farming phase, this static farming there.
Yeah, it hasn't been very static farming. In fact, it's been a very dynamic game, really. Team TCF, I thought, going by the name Traditional China Farmers and all of that, they're one of those teams that would sit and farm, but they have not been doing that. In fact, the only hero that's been trying to get some farm is that poor little lone druid who is looking towards... Okay, sorry, there was a big RP and water skewer. That was great play coming out of Magnus. He cleans them up. That was like a boss, and I missed that. I'm really sorry, folks.
Don't worry, I had got everything on here, and don't worry, you didn't miss much. And this is just going crazy. This is slowly turning into the favor of the Dire, and they're making this work. They're making this work great. And Nyx Assassin now, I think, will slowly start falling behind. What kind of advice would you offer to something that's going like this so far?
Okay, so the advice I would offer is, Team NRM, you're fucked. And I don't know what you need to do now. Actually, firstly they need to put up some defensive warding. The warding is there. A. B, they need to start ganking immediately. They need Nax to start coming into the battle. C, they need to stop dying to this Chaos Knight Wisp combo, which is a very easy thing to say but hard to do. They need to basically start ganking. They need to move across the map together, and right now they're moving into a gank. This is almost stupid play. They caught that out. There is a gang going on. Puck takes a fall in mid lane. He's been constantly just feeding the whole game. It looks like Rubik will fall as well. He will, no worries. Magnus has picked up a very early blink, and I mean, I don't know. All hope is lost within me. I don't know how Team NRM feels about this. They could look to turtle it out. They could look, to just sit and give this Furion as much farm as he can. And looks like Furion is getting ganked at top lane.
Ouch.
There is a skewer, follows into the little shockwave, and that was an easy VZ gank for them. Wisp has really made sure that he's one good global presence, and this is beautiful play. I questioned his choice of getting a bottle in the beginning, but he's proved me wrong. It looks like things worked out in the end for Team TCF.
Yep, really showing us how to play that Wisp, and you know, working with all the heroes, not just Chaos Knight, you know, doing the damage he can, helping out the team. That's how it is. And let's see, a lot of pings going on here. I don't know what they're trying to point out here. They put down a ward, observer ward there, and I guess they're listening to your advice of we need more warding here. So I guess they're listening, man.
See, this is not the best warding. I really both these wards. I mean, okay, you can say that they are afraid to go into enemy territory to ward in little better places, but this is really stupid warding. And speaking of stupidity, Nyx Assassin gets pulled in. There is a Dream Coil and the Illusory Orb followed into a silence, but Nyx Assassin dies, and it looks like Puck is going to die as well. There is the telekinesis, but that's not enough. Rubik returns with a return Chaos Ball. There is a Chaos Ball thrown in at Puck, and Puck just falls like I don't know what, but she just falls, and now they're not done. There is another theater. It looks like Rubik is getting stunned over there. He does try his best with the Fate Bolt, and now Furion comes in. Furion gets stunned as well. It looks like Chaos Knight has a never-ending pool of mana. He pops his Phantasm as well. He is trying to pick up the Furion, but it looks like Furion might just make it out, and this is really risky. He gets a Ultra kill, but it looks like he's going to lose his Mega kill streak. Nyx has come in, ROFL, or not even an O, an RFL, and he's just going to walk into the enemy jungle, but Puck gets a kill with one Illusory Orb. And yes, another never-ending battle, and now Nax is infested in Puck. They've TP'd bot. They are looking to hopefully kill off the Lone Druid. No, they head out, they see the Magnus. Magnus has picked up a Claymore now. They just look at each other and they pass each other by. No worries out there. Shadow Demon has picked up a gem so that he can have complete control of the vision and see to it that Team NRM don't get a chance to have any vision on the map. So in that context, these words do make a little more sense, but yeah, I still don't think they're the best warding options possible. Wish trying to be a bit of a pain in mid lane, pops off his spirits, just tries to harass them down. Don't worry, it doesn't touch anyone. And there are pings going on the wards. They see the dire wards. Poor Puck and Rubik are doing their bit, de-warding out those wards in there. But there is a TP, and this time they're doing the right thing. They're focusing the Wisp. Okay, this is the way you deal with a Wisp. You always just jump on the Wisp. Pick out the Wisp.
If you notice, Wisp just, I think she just TP'd alone there. No one came along. I think there's like, I'm not going there, Wisp. Just untether me, and Wisp actually comes there alone and just gets killed. It was not even funny. I felt bad for that.
There is a battle going on 8 mid lane. There is a reverse polarity. It catches only 1 or 2. Nax does pop off his rage, and there they finish off Magnus's unstoppable streak. TCF losing their discipline, and it looks like Chaos Knight will take a fall as well. Nyx tries to body block him. Lifestealer picks up the kill, and Lifestealer is got his armlet now. He is trying to make his presence felt in this game.
More sentry wards going down, so there's still a little confusion why they're putting this down, but Vivek has disconnected again, but not an issue. I'm here. Vivek, are you back?
Okay.
Yes, you are back.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hope. Yeah. Seem to have trouble hearing me. Not an issue. Let's look at the action that's going on here, and we can look at the items here. Let's try to get Vivek back into the call here. There we go.
Okay, so they did take down the mid tower, and there is some hope for Team NRM out there. Did you catch that, Gautam?
Yes. I was here all along. Okay, I think you might not be able to hear me. This is internet issues right here. Wisp going in to pick up the haste rune and really being the help. Can you hear me now?
So we're back, folks. Are we? Gautam, are you
Yes,
there?
yes, yes, yes. I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello. Oh, yep. This is internet issues right here. Vivek keeps disconnecting and coming back, and he has trouble hearing me. But I'm here, Vivek. If you can hear me, I'm here and waiting for your guidance alongside this. And all this action is being missed without your awesome casting.